Comrades, I'll start with the reading. आप लोग मेरे पीछे मतलब रिपीट करिएगा, ठीक है? The Constitution of India.
The Constitution of India.
We, the people of India.
We, the people of India.
Having solemnly resolved to constitute India.
Having solemnly resolved to constitute India.
Into a sovereign.
Into a sovereign. Socialist.
Secular. Democratic. Republic. And to secure. To all its citizens. Justice. Social. And political. Economic and political. Liberty. Thought.
Expression.
Belief and worship.
Expression.
आज तमाम तरीके के दबाव होने के बाद भी हम सब आए और हम बैठ के इस रीडिंग को करेंगे. We will finish this reading. This only shows that how Baba Sahib said that, you know, this is one display of what happens when we educate, when we agitate, and when we organize. So welcome to the reading again. Friends and comrades, the reading that we are doing today is an introduction of a book by Mr. Murad. Apart from everything that has been said, people would be presenting their views, there would be certain hatred that would be spread. We are not here to say what we feel. We are not here to say that we are going to come to a conclusion of our own. We are here to talk about this reading, and this reading too, when we go about it, comrades, we will see that the author himself is not really talking about his own views. Every sentence, every paragraph has facts. There is not one line that does not end without a fact. With that, I think, comrades, Samir, you wish to add something?
So, comrades, today we have gathered here. आज का दिन सिर्फ इसीलिए इम्पोर्टेंट नहीं है कि आज हम एक रीडिंग यहाँ पे पढ़ रहे हैं. ये ऑल्सो द बर्थ डेस्टनी ऑफर ऐसे है जो बाबा साहेब अम्बेडकर के नाम से भी डरते हैं, उनके विचारों से डरते हैं, उनकी रीडिंग से डरते हैं, उनकी कही हुई बातों से डरते हैं, उनकी आइडियोलॉजी से डरते हैं. आज हमारे बीच में जब हम यहाँ पे इकट्ठा हुआ है, हमारे सामने देख रहे हैं कि आपको यहाँ का इंडिया का प्रीएम्बल भी रखा हुआ है. हमारे कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में राइट दे रहा है कि हम क्या देखते हैं, कोई एक दिन पहले प्रॉपर एक नोटिस निकालता है. नॉट अ प्रोपेगेंडा, इट इज जस्ट अ बेसिक रीडिंग, एंड विद दिस वी विल स्टार्ट अ सेशन.
Also, one thing, comrades, बहुत कोशिश होगी कि हम ये रीडिंग ना कर पाए. बहुत कोशिश होगी कि हम जो डिस्कशन करें, हम जो रीड करें, तो वो हम सब सुन ना पाए. चेयर्स इधर उधर होंगी, है ना, स्पीकर बहुत तैयारी के साथ लोग आए कि रीडिंग ना हो पाए. But we will make sure that this happens, that we finish this reading, whatever is written. We are here to talk about this. I don't know why there is no point of making a taboo out of this. We should be very clear about that. Everything would be talked about. हर चीज़ के बारे में बात होगी, तो why not this? तो सबसे रिक्वेस्ट है, किसी भी तरीके की कोई बात बाहर से बोली जाती है, कुछ भी होता है, we don't have to engage. We are here to do this reading, and thanks for listening.
And if everyone have the copy of reading, or if not, do you have a PDF in your book?
है तो मेरे पास में PDF है.
Can we send in the group?
Fun times.
तुम्हारे पास PDF है? We can share.
I'll send the PDF in a separate AUD group.
कॉमरेड्स क्या सबको PDF मिल गया है? स्टार्ट करें?
Comrades, I guess we can start now. I mean, like Gargi and Sameer, as much has been perpetuated about this reading and stuff, but I believe that the very first line with which the text starts, that gives us the intention behind this text. So let's start the reading now. The entire country is Ram Janmabhoomi. Ram Janmasthan lies, however, in the hearts and minds of the ones who have over the centuries loved, respected and worshipped Sri Ramachandra Ji as Maryada Purushottam, an ideal of rectitude, integrity, decency and sheer humanity. Nothing is denied to him, which his historicity is denied. Sri Rajagopalachari's classic Ramayana records the changes with which the faith in the ideal underwent over time. Tulsidas Goswami's Ramacharitra Manas differs from Valmiki's long epic poem Ramayana. In Valmiki's work, Rama is portrayed as a great and unique man, not as an incarnation of God. Though in some chapters there are references to him as an avatar of God. Nothing is denied to him, even by devout Hindus who deny his historicity. As Rajaji wrote, mythology and holy figures are necessary for any great culture to rest on its stable spiritual foundation and function as a life-giving inspiration and guide. We have witnessed in the last 2 decades a most depressing spectacle, which was well described by the scholar R.K. Dasgupta. The Sangh Parivar has transformed him, Rama, into a political tool. I call it a form of blasphemy. The RSS, its political wing BJP, the Vishwa Hindu Parishad, set up by the RSS to spearhead the Ram Temple movement, and its militant armed wing, the Bajrang Dal, together comprise the Sangh Parivar. The Sangh Parivar took up the Ram Mandir issue less than 2 decades ago. It asserts that the Mughal Emperor Babur's governor at Awadh, Mir Baki Tashkandi, built the Babri Masjid at Ayodhya in Faizabad district of UP on the site of a Rama temple which he demolished. The mosque was built in 1528. Tulsidas began composing his work on 30th of March 1574, a mere 46 years after the construction of the Babri Masjid. He makes no mention of demolition of the temple, as he would undoubtedly have had it taken place. Admittedly, no one can pinpoint the exact place where Sri Ramachandra Ji was born. Here are admissions by those who wish to build the temple. On 17 May 1989, Atal Bihari Vajpayee said, "It was not possible to pinpoint the exact place where Rama was born thousands of years ago. The temple has been built and rebuilt over the age and has existed since Emperor Vikramaditya's time.
Yet on 23rd September 1990, he had no hesitation in asserting that there is only one birthplace of Sri Ram. On 30 September 1990, Lal Krishna Advani conceded that no one can prove that it was the birthplace of Sri Ram, but he contended that it was a matter of belief which the government could not afford to ignore. I think comrades इधर तक पढ़ते हैं और एक बार डिस्कस करते हैं कि what all has been said in the reading अभी तक. Is there anyone who wishes to say something? One thing I'd like to, it's very interesting how the author has opened up. The opening is quite interesting. Why? Because he's constantly talking about Ram and that his historicity, when we deny his historicity, we are not denying everything. Today, as people who are doing history majors, today as people who are pursuing arts and who actually delve into these kinds of studies, कि अगर हम कोशिश करें देखने की कि अच्छा तो रामायण किस टाइम पर हुआ, क्या टाइम पीरियड आप बता रहे हो, अगर हम बात करें कि अगर ये एपिक है महाभारत तो ये किस टाइम पीरियड में हुआ है ना. कोई मिथ कहता है, इतिहास कहता है, does it was, right? But when we, and of course with that comes quite a few things जो उसको थोड़ा सा ऑब्जेक्टिफाई करती हैं कि शायद ऐसा नहीं है. हम में से बहुत लोग बोलेंगे हिस्ट्री है और हम में से बहुत लोग बोलेंगे मिथ. पर कॉमरेड्स, ये जो भी है, अगर ये हिस्ट्री भी है या ये नहीं भी है या ये सिर्फ मिथ है, nothing denies the fact and the character that Sri Ram, दैट इज हाउ द ऑथर इज ओपनिंग। उसके अलावा हम देखते हैं कि आरएसएस और उसके जो फर्दर डिविजन्स हैं, बीजेपी है, विश्व हिंदू परिषद है, और ये सारे जो ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस हैं, इनके बारे में थोड़ा सा इंट्रोडक्शन दिया है ऑथर ने। उसके बाद एज आई सेड स्टार्टिंग में भी कि मतलब ऐसा कोई पॉइंट नहीं है जहाँ पर जो ऑथर है वो बिना फैक्ट्स की बात नहीं करता। So what we see here also is Atal Bihari Vajpayee statement. As we go on further in the reading, what we will see is कि इनके statements वक्त के साथ बदल जाते हैं। तो जैसे अभी ये कह रहे हैं, it was not possible to pinpoint the exact place where Rama was born thousands of years ago. In the paragraph that we will be moving forward to, comrades, उसमें हम देखेंगे कि ये बोलेंगे कि ये जो चबूतरा है हम पे, हमको इधर ही मंदिर चाहिए। तो मतलब the narrative is shifting constantly, the whole thing becomes something else. This is what I noticed. If there is anything else you wish to say, not just about the reading, but about the perspective that has been shared, तो आप वो भी बोल सकते हैं।
I want to say कि इस पूरे टेक्स्ट में मतलब पहले के पैराग्राफ का भी दूसरे पैराग्राफ में जैसे वर्ड टू इज यूजिंग वर्ड, मतलब जो कैरेक्टर है राम का उसको कैसे मैनिपुलेट किया गया है बाय जो राइट विंगर्स हैं, जो उनके मतलब जो उनके एजेंडाज को उसके साथ अकोमोडेट करके कैसे वो लोग अपना प्रोपेगेंडा फैलाते हैं। इवन अभी इसमें आगे जाएंगे आप रीडिंग में तो आपको देखने को मिलेगा कहीं ना कहीं कि जितनी भी अयोध्या में अलग अलग मंदिर हैं पुराने हैं, मतलब 500 साल 600 साल पहले जो बनाए गए हैं वो मुगल एरा के। अब अयोध्या में इतने ढेर सारे मंदिर 20-25 जितने भी मंदिर कितने भी हैं वो कैसे मतलब एग्जिस्ट करते हैं। मतलब इनका नैरेटिव ये है कि मुगल जो थे वो मंदिरों को तोड़ते थे और मस्जिद बनाते थे, पर वो मंदिर अभी भी एग्जिस्ट करते हैं। 500 साल पहले के मंदिर अभी भी, तो इसका मतलब क्या हुआ मंदिर के कंस्ट्रक्शन की इकोनॉमिकली भी इट वाज नॉट, बहुत लोग की जॉब गई उससे।
उसमें ज़्यादा बर्बादी हुई है एंड देयर डॉक्यूमेंट्रीज उसको लेकर जो कि ऑफ कोर्स
भी रीड कर सकते हैं, है ना। और आप लोगों में से अगर कोई वॉलंटियर करना चाहते हैं तो वो भी करते हैं। कोई पढ़ना चाहेगा, हम यहाँ पर
refusal to submit the matter to judicial verdict, quite apart from the enormity of the outrage in the use of force to make one community submit to another's belief. Even in the realm of belief, the site of birth was not the Babri Mosque, but the Chabudra, a platform outside it but within its compound. The Mahant of Ram Janmashtami would have known surely the suit which the Mahant Raghubar Das filed on 19 January 1885 sought permission to build a temple on the Chabudra. The district judge in his judgment dated 26 March 1886 said, this Chabudra is said to indicate the birthplace of Ramachandra. In 1987, Muslims themselves proposed construction of a Ram temple on the Chabudra. Ram temple built much earlier. The Archaeological Survey of India (ASI) found no habitation in the area in the era in that region. Harbans Gupta, professor of medieval history at JNU, New Delhi, recalls that no one in medieval India has spoken of the existence of the Rama temple demolished to make way for the Babri Masjid. The link between the Ram temple and the masjid has a history of no more than 150 years behind.
Jaswant Singh, also a prominent BJP leader, made a similar admission. The demolition of the mosque has been compared to the crime of the assassination of Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi by Nathuram Godse on 13 January 1948. Chapter 5 on the evidence of Delhi's hero, V.D. Savarkar's complicity in the murder and Godse's link to the RSS.
what has been mentioned since the beginning of the chapter is what we have read is that the claim that a Ram temple was there in the place of the masjid was a very new one. I mean, like, this mentions of how Tulsidas has written poems and never mentioned about the Ram temple. Of how this was just a barely 2-decade thing. And I mean, like, there will be much more mentions of the same in this chapter itself, where a mention of Ram temple is not found at least till the 70s, but comes up only at a later time. And I mean, like, the birthplace of Ram itself is very contemporary.
What a document entails is what makes historic documents and historic monuments. So I guess as readers of history and as studies of arts and humanities, we are often very forced to contest this idea of the fact that anything in history is a document and what makes who has made it a document. So I think that's just a sense of history class.
Yeah, something like मतलब इसके बारे में बहुत ही बोला गया है. इंट्रोडक्टरी क्लासेस में बताया था कि there is a theory of important person or significant person for me. Like a single person is writing a document and उसको हम 500 साल बाद पढ़ रहे हैं and we are thinking that was the truth, that is the ontological reality of how things have been. But ऐसा नहीं है. The thing that he has written is based on his own subjective interpretation. तो हम उसको ऑब्जेक्टिव रियलिटी मान के उसके ऊपर एक्शंस ले, इट्स नॉट जस्टिफाइड. वी नीड अदर ऑल्टरनेटिव्स एंड प्रूव्स टू बिलीव. मतलब साइंटिफिक कुछ हमें चाहिए, सब्सटेंशियल चाहिए टू क्लेम दैट समथिंग इज रॉन्ग, समथिंग इज राइट. यहाँ पे हमारा मतलब ये पूरा मूवमेंट जो था सिर्फ एक एसम्पशन पे था और उसके मतलब बाद में हो सकता है कि मतलब सब्सटेंशियल को पूरा खत्म करने को मिला होगा. बट द थिंग इज कि वो चीज़ पूरी खत्म हो गई, उसके बाद हमें उनको प्रूफ मिला, उनका इनिशिएशन पर अबाउट कि किस नैरेटिव को हम फॉलो कर रहे हैं और किस नैरेटिव में हम लोग बिलीव कर रहे हैं. मतलब ये भी एक तरीके से एक नैरेटिव ही है एंड इसमें बहुत सारे फैक्ट्स हैं.
समथिंग वी ऑल्सो वी रेड इन साइकोलॉजी कि आप कैसे देखते हो कि कोई हिस्ट्री ऑब्जेक्टिव है, इज यू लुक एट इट फ्रॉम द लेंस ऑफ द अप्रेस्ड एंड when you do that, that's when you get the real facts, because they don't have that need to be in power. They're not going to write from that perspective. So I think that is also something that is missing from our history.
कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के हिसाब से दिया गया है कि भाई यहाँ पे हर तरीके के हर जत्थे के लोग रह सकते हैं, पर फिर भी हम लोग क्यों मतलब एज अ हिंदू कास्ट कॉन्शियसनेस जो हिंदूज़ के अंदर वो लोग क्यों एक अलग रिलीजन से डर रहे हैं जो कि माइनॉरिटी में है, और क्यों उनके जो भी प्लेसेस ऑफ वर्शिप हैं उनको हम लोग क्यों डिमोलिश करें, क्यों बोल रहे हैं, क्या है, क्या थ्रेट है.
Also, like the demolition being justified by the government and the state, like through finding loopholes in like amendments and laws. कि वो they haven't said कि वो हम यहाँ पे like सर्वे नहीं कर सकते कि वो यहाँ पे है कि नहीं. So as kind of like like suspicious.
I also like about the author one thing is that मतलब throughout through the reading also what he is doing is कि वो जो पैराग्राफ है उसमें वो कुछ बात कर रहे हैं और वो उसको कंक्लूड बड़े अलग तरीके से करते हैं. तो here in this paragraph he has given a few facts and end में he says कि मतलब he is saying basically कि Muslims proposed कि अरे आप यहाँ पर भी एक मंदिर बना लीजिए और बीजेपी उसको इनकार कर देते हैं, रिफ्यूज़ कर देते हैं. And how he has ended it is कि Mumbai prides itself on a traffic island which houses a temple, a mosque and a church. So that's a very beautiful way of summing up. आज सुबह भी while I was talking to a friend in public, तो हम ये बात कर रहे थे कि when we were little, when we were in school, maybe in 5th 6th grade, और हम सुनते थे कि वो मंदिर मस्जिद का कुछ है, तो it used to sound so stupid कि यार ये लोग एक मंदिर और एक मस्जिद के लिए इतना क्या लड़, मतलब दोनों बना लो, दोनों लोग आके एक जगह पे पूजा कर रहे हैं.
We had like students की वो 15 में तो 58 को दे.
हाँ, and मतलब even if today we bring in a 10-year-old to this meeting, they would be like, what is this? Like, why is this even happening? मतलब इतना क्या बहस करनी है इसके बारे में, right? But when it becomes a political movement, as Sushma Swaraj, a very eminent leader of BJP, a very famous leader from foreign minister. Somebody like that is herself giving a statement like this. The movement was purely political in nature.
मैं तो कॉलेज आ गया वो
Anything else to add, comments, or should we begin?
Would anyone like to volunteer to study further?
Or we will have to like read it together.
Yeah.
Who would like to begin this? Sarah.
Fine, I will go ahead then. In the wake of the demolition of the Babri Mosque, Atal Bihari Vajpayee made a bold declaration in the Lok Sabha on 17 December 1980. Ram Mandir न्यातिक के आधार पर बनेगा. A Hindustan Times correspondent translated it thus: "The temple for Rama shall be built on truth." The official record, the Lok Sabha debates reads thus: Rama temple will not be constructed by force or unfair means. If Rama temple is constructed, it would be constructed on the basis of moral strength. In the light of the earlier decision to permit darshan, unlike other visitors from Delhi in the past who took darshan at the Ram Lalla temple and offered puja there, I did not do so, nor did I accept any prasad. To a devout person myself, I believe that one's religion is a personal matter. In any case, I had enough of Ayodhya and sincerely believed that God could not reside in that temple, the construction of which was associated with so much deceit and wanton violence. This reference to an earlier decision to permit darshan of the idols placed after the demolition clearly suggests a decision by the P.V. Narasimha Rao government to allow the Parivar to profit by its crime. Jyoti Basu strongly favoured the removal, and rightly so. The dispute artificially raised would have died with the crime of those who raised it. There has not been a vestige of truth or morality in the entire movement from the very inception of the state. Force was a constant companion to falsehood. The BJP formally took up the issue on 11 June 1989 when its national executive passed a resolution in Parliament.
It is hard to come across a document as studded
with
with such blatant misrepresentations as the resolution. According
to all available records, the Mughal Emperor Babur visited Ayodhya in 1528,
destroyed the temple situated at the site
below, to be Ram Janmasthan and constructed a
the mosque in its place. No such record exists
or has been cited by Advani or others. On the contrary, as Professor Sharma told the Times of India, there is no proof at all of Babur going to Ayodhya. It is an irony that a lover of Hindu art and architecture should be credited with the destruction of a temple which in case did not exist. It is therefore very clear that the Babri Mosque was not built by demolishing a temple of Rama at Ayodhya. Dr. Sushil Srivastava of the Allahabad University expressed the same view. Reporting from Ayodhya, Sanjay Suri wrote, "The disputed place is not believed even by Pandits to be the birthspot of the legendary god Rama. The Pandits, who have not timed the birth within thousands of years, have pinpointed the Janmastan as Ram Chabutra. This Chabutra, marked by a platform under a tree, is outside the disputed area. The Janmastan is not claimed by Muslims." The BJP's resolution claimed, during the 1857 War of Independence, the Muslims, responding to the sentiments of the Hindus, had accepted their claim over the Ram Janmasthan, but the vile Britishers, in pursuance of their policy of divide and rule, scuttled and settled. This claim is totally false. Muslims never gave up their claim to the mosque at any stage. As for the British rulers, historians like Sushil Srivastava have established to the hilt that it was British officials and historians who encouraged Hindu revivalists. They did so not on the basis of research but myth. In each case, the account was prefaced with the qualification, it is locally affirmed. So, comrades, I think we can take a round before going ahead.
Should we take a round?
Would anyone like to add? Comrades, if we look at the text, till now it was going on opinions and claims and how it was changing. So now if we look at it, it is saying
slowly entering into the space of historical facts. Like how whether a monument was found or not, whether the pillars were found or not, which of course will